Hi, I'm Teresa Schretzman-Myers with the Windermere Tree Board, and I'm here to show you all about our program, the Windermere Treebute Florida Arbor Day Festival and Geezers in the Treezers. So come along with me and I'll show you what it's all about. One of the ways we promote tree education at the Windermere Treebute Arbor Day Festival is the Ask the Arborist booth, which is manned by our ISA arborists, and also it is sponsored by Duke Energy, one of our corporate sponsors. So they always bring appropriate trees to plant under the power lines and teach people the plant the right tree in the right place concept.
Good morning, my name is Greg Dortch from Duke Energy. I'm here to promote planting the right tree in the right place. We love coming here every year just to educate our customers and help them pick the trees. The most important thing that you do is whenever you plant a tree, to plant it in the proper place. It's very important when you're selecting your tree that you choose the proper tree. When you come to events like this, you see several different types of trees. You see shoe-marred oaks, you see maples, you see several different types that you must plant in the proper place. Otherwise, it could be damaged during tree trimming. We have several different varieties that you can choose from that will not cause any damage to our power lines.
One of the things we're proud about at the Windermere Treebute Arbor Day Festival is we feature trees, Florida native trees, flowering trees, fruiting trees, tropical trees, as part of our tree giveaway and tree purchase program. And these trees repopulate our Windermere urban forest. And one of our main growers is Ed McKeithen with McKeithen Growers in Myakka, Florida. So Ed, what's your secret to growing Florida native longleaf pines in pots?
Several key components to growing a successful longleaf pine, or any other pine for that matter. Number one is having a well-drained soil. We use a 70% pine bark mixture, which encourages good percolation through the soil. But at the same time, we have to water regularly. So they don't like wet feet. They like lots of water, but not wet feet. The other thing that we do is use a 1-year slow release fertilizer that gives them a constant feeding. And sometimes we supplement with a high iron soluble fertilizer, which will keep them nice and green. And they go in full sun, and we keep them weeded. And that's pretty much the trick to growing longleaf pine.
One of the other educational components of the festival is the University of Florida IFAS Plant Clinic. We have a mobile plant clinic that rolls in here and is here for the day. Residents can bring all their plant and tree questions to the master gardeners who man the booth. They can ask about pesticide problems, insects, disease, and get those questions answered on the spot at the festival on that day, so they can go home and give their tree the right care. Some of our children's educational opportunities at the Windermere Treebute Arbor Day Festival, of course, are the kids' tree climb. And the kids get to put on a safety harness that's kid-sized, safety ropes, helmet, glasses, and the arborists are on the ground and in the tree, so those kids get to climb up the ropes and they get to experience the wonder and the beauty of trees up high. A second educational component is our nonprofits, our local schools, Nearland Gardens, Windermere Garden Club, schools that bring things for children to do, activities for children to do that involve environmental conservation or horticulture. So Garden Club will have plants that they can get the kids to plant.
Hello there, I'm John Springer. I do enchanted walkabouts. I take people out in nature and show them a different way of seeing nature and connecting to it. I point out faces in the trees and fairy doors and dragons and Merlin's eyes, and teach you all about trees and all the things that you can eat or can't eat. I'm also here representing the Florida Urban Forestry Council, where I'm the elected tree advocate to the executive board. Again, to have an opportunity to learn what tree you are and learn more about trees. We're at a Treebute. Why not?
Another component of the festival, of course, are vendors, artists, craftsmen, food trucks. Windermere Rotary usually brings their tent every year and vends food and wine, one of our big sponsors. And it's a wonderful addition, as well as our live music. We always have live music, which just offers a wonderful ambiance and background to all the wonderful activities that are happening during the Windermere Treebute. One of the other things that the town of Windermere Treebute likes to attract is nursery vendors for smaller plants and specimens that go underneath trees. So if you already have mature tree canopy and you're looking for tropicals or natives or flowering or understory shrubs and plants, we offer many nursery growers from around the state of Florida who come and give us all kinds of herbaceous trees, plants, shrubs, tropical and fruiting plants. So come and join us also for our other tree vendors.
I started the nursery back in 1993. Been growing the herbs, and actually my grandfather was a farmer in the Midwest, so I've grown up farming most of my life in some aspect or another. The Treebute I found out about, I think it was 3 or 4 years ago. It's a neat event over here in Windermere that I started coming over to. I have a decent clientele here that I come back every year to help support the event.
We got started here in town of Windermere, which is great, by the way, people. Friggin' awesome town. People rock, almost as good as us tree people. But anyways, it was Janet Malin, okay? She got in touch with me and wanted to know if I could come down and do just a tree climbing demonstration one year, and I think that was 2006, 2005, 2006, I believe it was. And we came down, it was just me and one other guy, Eddie Bignell, and we just did a quick climbing demonstration, show people that you don't need to climb trees with spikes. There's ways to do it safely and professionally, and everybody goes home. So we had a great time, and at the end of it, a girl came up with Down syndrome, and me and Eddie stayed here, I don't know, 2-3 extra hours just to get her off the ground. She wanted to climb a tree, and it was like, wow, this is great. And that was just before the second year of the geezers. And we had the second geezers used to go along with the Florida comp with the ISA conference. And that year we had a tropical storm come through, and it was tough getting both competitions done at the same time. And I ran into Janet again at the conference, and it was like, do you guys want to have a tree climbing competition there as opposed to just somebody coming out and doing a demonstration? And we got this thing called the Geezers. And she's like, yeah, could we call it like the Geezers and the Treezers? And I was like, yeah, that's awesome, I love it. And so I went to the two founding fathers, which is Scott Prophet and Bruce Smith. Bruce Smith is no longer with us. This swarm, ALS, he died of ALS. His daughter and his wife's here right now. But I went to him and said, hey, we're having a tough time doing this in the summer. You want to go ahead and maybe take it to Windermere and I'll run it? He's like, yeah, go for it. And by the way, this is Bruce. I got a little bit of Bruce in this carved acorn. So he's always with me. But yeah, so we came out here, and the first year we did it here, we had 13 contestants from 4 states. And the second year we were here, we had, I think it was 22 or 23 from 14 states, or no, 7 states, Canada and the UK. And it instantly turned into an international event. And till this day, we have Europeans and Canadians that come here. This is a truly international event. So we've just grown, and it's got bigger and bigger. And this year, I turned it over after running this for 10 years now. I've turned it over, and it's got even better. This weekend is just amazing. So we've had a good turnout over here with people coming over, and we have, there's a competition for people over 40. So we have over 40 competitors. So I think we ended up with 42 or 43 competitors this year. It's really amazing. It's turned into a 2-day event now. We used to do everything to Masters, because Today is preliminaries. Usually what was done during the daylight, the beginning hours is preliminary. We have 4 events, and the best 5 would go into what's the Masters, and that's more like a day at work. It's preliminaries, we all do the same type of thing, and it's just your style and how gracefully you move through the tree. And the Masters is more like a day of work. You're given a work order, and you go up into the tree and do it any way you want to. And again, you're not done on speed, because speed can kill. It's how you treat the tree and move fluidity through the tree.
So hi, Janet Mayland here. This is an amazing event, the Treebute, which was a spark of an idea so many years ago. An opportunity to bring the town and normal people who own homes and who rent homes and who live in homes, who share that same space with trees. And now we started the Treebute as an honorarium, a memorial to the climbers who have come and gone, to the trees who have come and gone, and that have blessed our lives in so many different ways. Today we're here with all the different people who showed up in 2017. This event is such an old event, 13 years old now, and continuing to grow every year with people across the country, across the pond even. I just visited with climbers from England, from the UK, and climbers from Arkansas, and climbers from the Carolinas, and all over the country really. So I just want to say thank you for watching this video and for learning about the Treebute, which is just an opportunity for each and every one of us to do our part, whether you're an advocate or a climber or a judge or a town manager. Everyone has their part to play in making sure that we keep our resources and that we honor this earth that we live in. It's a really small space between the canopy and the roots, and this is where we live, so it's up to everybody to do your part. Thanks.
Thank you for joining us on our Windermere Treebute Arbor Day Festival and Geezers and the Treezers. As always, this festival is always the 3rd Saturday in January. We plant our trees in January in Florida Arbor Day, so come join us. We'd love to have you here.
Got you under my skin.